Hello friends, in this lecture we will learn about language, administration and coins aspect of ancient Indian history. First we will see the script development in India. So the ancient script was Brahmi script. From Brahmi script, three different scripts emerged in three different regions. Later Brahmi script, it was also known as Gupta script. It emerged in the northern India region. Then early Kannada script or Kadamba script, it emerged in Karnataka region. And then Tamil Brahmi script or Pallava script, it emerged in southern India territory, the Cholchera and Pandya kingdom. Then from later Brahmi script, three different script emerged. Sarda script in Kashmir region, Siddham script in Bengal and other northern India region, and Tibetan script. Tibetan script is also emerged from later Brahmi script or Brahmi script. So Brahmi script not contributed in development of Indian language, but also in foreign language like Tibetan script and Sinhala script and Southeast Asian script. Now, from Sarda script, the Gurumukhi script emerged. Gurumukhi script was a script used by uh, Punjabi people. From Siddham script, Nagari, Bengali, Assamese, and Nepali script emerged. From early Kannada script or Kadamba script. Two different script emerged. One is Kannada and another one is Telugu. From Tamil Brahmi script or Pallava script, Grantha script emerged, and from Grantha script, Tamil script emerged, Malayalam script emerged, Sinhala, Southeast East and other Southeast Asian script emerged from Grantha script. So the Brahmi script is mother of all these script. And in in Chalukyan lecture, I forget to tell an important point, that is Kalla Malla inscription. Kalla Malla inscription of 575 AD from Andhra Pradesh region. It was the earliest Telugu inscription and it was issued by Renati Chola king Erikal Muthu Raju. In Chalukyan lecture, I told about earliest Telugu inscription of 7th century AD, but there was but there is Kalla Malla inscription, that is the earliest Telugu inscription, and it is from 575 AD and issued by Renati Chola king named Erikal Muthu Raju. Next, we will see language of different dynasty. So the first column shows dynasty and corresponding column shows language and script. In Mauryan time, the administrative language was Prakrit, the common people or local language was Prakrit, and script was Brahmi. During the Sunga time, he changed the administrative language to Sanskrit, but the common language or common people language was Prakrit and script was Brahmi. Then Indo-Greek, the administrative language during the Indo-Greek time period was Greek. Uh, uh, Common language was Prakrit and script was Greek and Kharoshthi script. Then Saka, during the Saka time, Greek was administrative language, Prakrit was common language, and Greek and Kharoshthi was script used by Saka ruler. Western Satrap, Western Satrap was branch of Saka, which later emerged, but their administrative language was Sanskrit, and common language was Prakrit. Then script was Brahmi. In Kusan time period, Sanskrit was administrative language, common language Prakrit, script Brahmi. Gupta, during the Gupta time period, Sanskrit was administrative language, common language Prakrit, and script was later Brahmi script or Gupta script. Harshvardhana, during Harshvardhana, Sanskrit was administrative language, common language Prakrit, and script was later Brahmi or Gupta script. Gurjar Pratyahara. During Gurjar Pratyahara, Sanskrit was administrative language, common language Prakrit, and script was early Nagari script. At the time of Pala ruler, the administrative language of Pala dynasty was Sanskrit or early Bangla. Common language was early Bangla, and script used by Pala ruler was early Nagri. So you can see during the Mauryan time it was Prakrit language dominated, but after that in North India Sanskrit language dominated. Next, we will see the language of South India dynasty, Chol, Chera, and Pandya, Sangam age. At that time, Tamil was administrative language, common language was Tamil, but script was Brahmi. Satavahana time period. At Satavahana time period, the administrative language was Maharashtri Prakrit, common language was Maharashtri Prakrit, but script was Brahmi. So Satavahana was not good at Sanskrit, so they made the administrative language Prakrit. Then Kadamba dynasty and Western Ganga dynasty in Karnataka region. Administrative language of these two dynasties was Sanskrit or Kannada. Common language was Kannada. Script was Brahmi or early Kannada, also known as Kadamba script. Then Vakatak dynasty were close relation with Gupta Empire. Their administrative language was Sanskrit, common language was Prakrit, and script was later Brahmi script or Gupta script. Chalukya of Badami. Uh, the administrative language of Chalukya Badami was Sanskrit or Kannada, and common language of Chalukya kingdom was Kannada. Script used by Chalukya Badami ruler was later Brahmi or Kadamba script or early Kannada script. Then Pallava dynasty. Uh, uh, the administrative language of Pallava dynasty was Sanskrit and Tamil. Uh, for some time, Prakrit was also administrative language of Pallava kingdom, but mainly Sanskrit and Tamil. Common language was Tamil, and script was Tamil Brahmi, also known as Pallava script or Grantha script. Rashtrakuta. During the Rashtrakuta time, the administrative language was Sanskrit or Kannada, common language was Kannada, and script was later Brahmi or Kadamba. Western Chaluk administrative language was Sanskrit and Kannada. Um, Common language was Kannada, and script was later Brahmi script or Kadamba script, same as Chalukya Badami. In Eastern Chaluk, administrative language was Sanskrit, common language was Telugu. They ruled Telugu region, so the common language was Telugu. And they also used the script later Brahmi and Kadamba script. Then Chola dynasty. During the Chola dynasty, the administrative language, medieval Chola Empire or Imperial Chola. At that time, administrative language was Sanskrit or Tamil. Common language was Tamil. Script used was Grantha script. Administrations of different dynasty. So in this slide, we will see the administration of northern India dynasty. So Mauryan dynasty, the territory of Mauryan dynasty, the first column is about dynasty, and other column is territorial division of that dynasty. So during the Mauryan dynasty, territory was divided into province. Province was known as Pradesika, and it was under the control of Isthanika. Then district were under the control of Rajukas or and Yuktas. Then group of villages were controlled under Gopa, and village were known as Grama, and Grama were under control of Gramini. Then Satvahana dynasty. During the time of Satvahana, the territory was divided into Rashtra. Rashtra were the province. Rashtra were same as the province, and then the administrator of Rashtra was Maharashtrika. Then districts were known as Ahar, and Ahara was controlled by Amatya or Mahamantra. Then village was Grama, and Grama was controlled by Golmika. Golmika was military officer. At the time of Satvana dynasty, the military control was very strict. For administration, the use of military was common in Satvana time period. Then Gupta time period, provinces were known as Bhukti. Bhukti was controlled by Uparika. Then district level, district was known as Visay. Visay was under control of Visaypati. Then Gram was under control of Gramika. Then Vakatak dynasty. In Vakatak dynasty, province were known as Rashtra or Rajya, and it was under the control of Rajyadhikritas. Then district were known as Visay, not district were known as district were known as Visay. Then another division, Ahara. Um, you can consider Ahara as district or group or village. There was four division in Vakatak time period, that is Rashtra, Visay, Ahara and Bhoga. So which one is district, which one is group of village? Visay was of higher level than Ahara. So I put in district column and I put Ahara in group of villages here. So during the Vakatak time period, Rashtra or Raj under Rajyadhikrit, then Visaya, then Ahara, then Bhoga. Bhoga was village and it was under control of Gramakuta. Then Harsa time period. In Harsa time period, province were known as Bhukti. Bhukti were under control of Uparika, then Visay, and then Gram were under control of Gramika. During the Harsa time period, administration was same as Gupta time period. Then Pratihara ruler, uh, during the Pratihara ruler, the administration was same as Gupta time period, Bhukti, Visay, and Gram. Then Pala time period. At time period, we found three division, important division. Bhukti were controlled by Uparika, Visay, and then Mandala. Mandala was group of village, and then Gram. And in this slide, we will learn administrative territorial division of South Indian dynasty. Sangam age. In the Sangam age, province were known as Mandalam or Nadu. Then district were known as Ur. Mm, Group, big village were known as Perur and small village were known as Sirur. Then Kadamba dynasty. At the time of Kadamba dynasty, province were known as Mandal or Desa, district Visay, group of village Taluka, then Gram. Western Ganga dynasty, province was known as Rashtra, district was Visay, group of village Nadu, village Desa. Chaluk of Badami. We found two territorial division in the time of Chaluk of Badami dynasty. One is Mandala. Mandala was province and it was under control of Mahamandaleshwar. Then Visa, Visa was village, it was under control of Visaika. Rashtrakuta dynasty. In Rashtrakuta dynasty, we found four territorial division. One is Rashtra under the control of Rashtrapati, then Visay under the control of Visapati, then Bhukti. Bhukti was under control of Bhogpati, then Gram under control of Gram Mahajan. Western Chalukya. Territorial division was Mandalas, then Nadu, then Kampana, and then Bada, Pallava. Mandalam, Kottam, Nadu, and village was controlled by Ur and Sava. Chola Empire. Mandalam, uh, Mandalam was controlled by royal prince. Was under control of Nagarattar. Then Val, Valmadu, Valnadu, and Nadu. Both his group of village. Nadu was group of small group of villages. Then Valnadu was a bigger group of villages. Uh, Nadu was under control of Nattar. Valnadu was under control of Periya Nattar. And village was under control of Mahasabha. Coins. Regarding coins, we found mention of Panch Mad coin in Ashtadhyayi written by Panini. In Ashtadhyayi, we found mention of Rati system. Rati was a weight measurement system, and one Rati is equal to 0.11 gram. Then in Earth Shastra written by Kautil, we found mention of four different type of currency. Swarn Rupa for gold, Rupya Rupa for silver, Tamra Rupa for copper, and Sisa Rupa for lead. But no gold coin were found issued by Mauryan rulers. So the first dynasty to issue gold coins in India was Indo-Greek dynasty. Now we will look the coins dynasty, which dynasty issued which coin. So Mauryan dynasty, Mauryan dynasty mainly issued silver coin and few copper coin, and the coin issued by Mauryan dynasty was of irregular shape. Uh, uh, the the coin has two sides, side one and side two. So the Mauryan coin um, on one side was full with symbol, but other side has very few symbols or blank. Then Indo-Greek were the first to issue gold coin in India. Gold, silver, and copper coin, and they issued mainly silver coin. Uh, and the coin shape was they issued regular shape coin, round and rectangular shape coin. On side one we found the image of king, and on side two we found Greek legend or deities. And they issued coin in bilingual. They issued bilingual coins, Greek and Kharoshthi script. Then Indo-Saka, uh, they followed the same pattern as Indo-Greek. They issued the silver, copper, and their coins were in round shape and square shape. They also issued a small number of gold coin, but it was very small. Then on one side of coin, image of king, then on other side, deities, and the language was bilingual coins, Greek and Kharoshthi script. Then um, Western Satrap issued mainly silver coins, and on one side of coin there was king head, and on other side there is Chet or Stupa, and language was Prakrit language. Then Indo-Parthians. Indo-Parthians rectangular and round shape coin with king image on one side and deities image on another side. Then Kusan used gold, issued large number of gold coin with best quality. And on side one of coin we find image of king, and on side two we found image of deity. And they issued the coin in Greek language. This one. Then Satavahana dynasty issued lead and protein coin mainly. PUTIN, protein coin. And on on one side of coin there was Ujjain symbol, and on another side there was lion, elephant, chet, or some other symbol. Um, and during the Satavahana time period, the cowrie shell was used by common people. Mainly cowrie shell was used by common people. And then Gupta time period, uh, gold, silver, and copper coin was issued by Gupta king, and large number of gold coin issued by Gupta king than any other dynasty. But the quality of Gupta coin, the quality of gold coins of Gupta time period was less than Kusan time period. They issued coin with king image on one side, and on other side image of goddess Lakshmi or some other deities. Chandragupta one, we found coin of Chandragupta one and his queen, and Chandragupta two of the Gupta dynasty issued silver coin after defeating Western Saka in Gujarat region. Then Vakatak, uh, we did not find any authentic coin till date issued by Vakatak kingdom. Then Harshvardhan issued mainly silver coin. On one side of coin we find head of king, and on other side we found peacock. Then Pala issued gold, silver, and copper, and they issued coin with one side the name of the king was written in Nagari script or symbol, or and on another side there was some symbol. Then Pratihara issued irregular shaped silver coin. Symbol or king on one side, and on another side there was symbol also. But Pratihara King Bhoj, he issued coin with Varha avatar on side one and symbol on second side of coin. Rashtrakuta. Rashtrakuta issued gold, silver, and copper coin, and the demo and there was different denomination of coin, and Gadiana was one of denomination, and it was used for temple and priest donation, and Gadiana was also used for uh, building construction, to pay for building construction. So in Rajputa time, uh, different denomination were mentioned, and what was the use of these denomination coins. Like some denomination coins were used for specific purpose, like paying tax or fine, and like Gadiana was used for temple and priest donation and building construction. Then Chalukya issued only silver coin, and on one side of coin we found image of temple, and on another side we found lambs or lion. Then Eastern Chaluk, they also issued mainly silver coin. Then one side of coin we found boar image, then and on another side it was blank. Then Pallava, they issued gold, silver, and copper coin because they had good trade relationship with Southeast Asian country and other country. So and they issued coin with image of bull or lion on one side, and another side was generally blank. Then Chola, they also issued gold, silver, and copper coin, as they made a good trade relationship with many kingdom. So they issued gold, silver, and copper coin, and they um, they issued the coin with symbols on both sides, and on side one generally tiger symbol was common. Then Pandya kingdom also issued gold, silver, and copper coin, and they issued square shape coin, and on side one we found image of fish or Nandi, um, and on side two it was blank. And during the Pandya time period, Sanskrit was used with gold coin, and for silver and copper coin they used Tamil script, Tamil language. Merchant. Uh, Merchant were known as Sattavahas or Sethis in Prakrit language in northern India, and they were known as Masatuvan in southern India in Tamil language. Merchant Guild in North India. In North India, Merchant Guild were known as Sreni, Nigam, Gana, Sangh or Rata. Merchant Guild in South India, we found mention of Nagarattar. Nagarattar was name of Merchant Guild. Then and Anuruvar. Anuruvar was 500 lords of Ayyavol. Ayyavol was Ahihol. So it was merchant guild of Ahihol region. Then Manigramam. Manigramam was Indian merchant guilds. Then Anjuvanam. Anjuvanam was Arab and Persian merchant guilds. And Anjuvanam was mainly located in coastal region of India. Manigramam was Indian merchant guild, so their presence was they present in in, uh, di- in in all part of southern Indian region. But Anjuna Vanam were Arab and Persian merchants, so they were mainly concentrated in coastal territory of India. Then Nagram was local traders marketplace, and it was under control of supervision of Nagarattar. Then Nana Desai were foreign traders marketplace, and it was also mixed trader marketplace. So the Anjuvanam can sell their object or uh, at Nana Desai marketplace. Now I will tell about Rajatarangini. Rajatarangini was very important book uh, for the history of Kashmir. Rajatarangini, the meaning of the Rajatarangini is river of king, and it was a Sanskrit books on Kashmir history written in verses by Kalhan in 12th century AD. It was not written in story form, but it was written in poetry form, in verses. So the books are socio-economic and political history record of Kashmir region from later Vedic age to 12th century AD. And Kalhan recorded these history based on Kali and Lokika calendar, and the corresponding calendar where uh, the corresponding year for this calendar was mentioned by historian J.C. Datta. So the Rajatarangini is collection of 8 books, and in 8 books he give description of different dynasty. In the first book is related to Gonanda dynasty. Gonanda dynasty ruled from 2450 BC to 117 170 BC. The book starts with king commentary. The book starts with king that were contemporary to Lord Krishna. And in this book, uh, Kalhan describes the attack of Mihirkul on Kashmir region in 753 BC, and Mihirkul then ruled the Kashmir territory for 70 years. The 735 BC is mentioned by J.C. Datta. He converted the Kali calendar or and Lokika calendar into corresponding Georgian calendar. Then second dynasty was Aditya dynasty. Aditya dynasty ruled from 167 BC to 25 AD. We did not find mention of six king written in book 2 or in any other source. In Aditya dynasty, there was mention of kings, but we found mention of these six kings only in Rastarangani, but not in any other source. Then third book is Gonanda dynasty 2, and it ruled from 25 BC to 598 AD. And in this book, Kalhan gave the Kalhan describes the attack of Kashmir region by Toramana in 89 AD. In 89 AD, and then Toramana ruled the Kashmir region for next 30 years. Then fourth book is Karkota dynasty. The fourth book is related to Karkota dynasty. Karkota dynasty ruled from 598 AD to 870 AD. The founder of the Karkota dynasty was Prasnaditya, and the important ruler of this dynasty was Laltadit Muktapida. He ruled from 37 years. Laltadit Muktapida defeated Kamboja's Varman and Pala dynasties, and he ruled up to Bengal region. He also took control of Bengal, Kannauj, and Kashmir region. Laltadit Muktapida. Then book 5 is related to Utpala dynasty, and it gives description of 855 AD to 939 AD. Then book 6, book 6 is related to Utpala dynasty too. It describes the Kashmir the history of Kashmir from 939 AD to 1000 AD. And in book 6, there was last ruler of Utpala dynasty 2 was a queen named Dida. She was from Lohar dynasty, and after, she selected the son of his brother as next successor. Thus, the Utpala dynasty was replaced by the Lohar dynasty. Then, Book 7 and Book 8 is related to Lohar dynasty. Book 7 is related to Lohar dynasty 1, and Book 8 is related to Lohar dynasty 2. And regarding Ras Tarangani, the authenticity of this book is always questioned, as the reign of Ranaditya I of Gonanda dynasty 2, written in book 3, is described as 300 years. So it was matter of surprise how a king can rule for 300 years. Then again, there was another fact that in book 3 we found uh, mention of attack by King Toraman in Kashmir region. in 8980, but we found attack of Mihirpur in book 1, and it was around 700 BC. So there was two Hun kings. One is named Toraman, and another one is named Mihirpul. And Toraman was father of Mihirpul. If these two kings were same as Hun's king who attacked India, then Toraman was father of Mihirpul, and Kalhan mentioned that Mihirkul attacked Kashmir region 700 years ago before his father. But if it was only the name is same, that someone other with name Mihirkul attacked the Kashmir region in 700 BC, then it was another thing. But if because of matching of name, there is controversy whether Kalhan is correct or not. Then Kalhan account matches with rain order and other accounts from book 4 onward. Um, in book 1 to 3, we found mismatch from other account and sources. So, uh, so it so historian raise question of authenticity regarding Rajatarangini. The the discrepancy in Kalhan's account can be attributed to references, as Kalhan wrote his account based on different sources, and writers of these sources use different calendar to describe the history. As some writer use, um, for example, some use Saka era, some use Vikram era, some use other calendars. So it was tough job for Kalhan to compile the work of different historian, but still he compiled, and because of that, there are some uh, year mismatch with different king, but rest of the thing is okay. And another problem with Kalhan book is uh, he glorified the rule of Karkota dynasty king Laltadit Muktapida, and the rest of the thing is Rajtarangani is quite perfect, because Kalhan was the first to give a systematic account of history with references or bibliography. So he was ahead of his time in writing history. His systematic writing was quite good than any historian at that time. So this is the end of lecture. Thank you.